Quarterback, the ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off, and not the ha-ha, that was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
On 2nd and 15 now. Cousins going deep for Diggs. It got his man complete. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Cousins here on the bootleg. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Cousins to throw it. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Ran it perfect. Would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So Cousins heads to the Vikings sideline, and on is Dan Bailey to try the field goal. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Barr able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Loss of a yard. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And some space here. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about worth it at that point. Whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football.
And Rudolph has got it. The big tight end for a Viking touchdown. 10 yards on the touchdown pass as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken to the 13. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, That's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Buying time to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Mahomes now to throw. Incomplete. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Trey Waynes, the Michigan State man, right there in coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. On 1st and 10, Cousins. And now he'll turn, and off his back foot, he'll heave this deep. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And now it's 2nd down. To throw, Cousins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the counter, here's Williams. Williams loses the football, and the Vikings pick up the football. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Cousins now after the fumble recovery. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Going deep for Diggs. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 15. Here's Mahomes to throw. It's Kelsey on the ground. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days? And they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football. Some of them would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Damian Williams with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. The drive starts with a completion left side. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. He'll get 15 and a Vikings 1st down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. From the gun, here's Cousins. loss here as he's taken down. Emmanuel Ogbah able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. And the pressure gets to him again. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Yellow. Let's go, Lou, lady. 55. So we got man.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
They start the drive with Cook. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Cousins. And a pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Chris Jones picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Now this throw caught left side. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
A gain of 22 yards. 1st down, Vikings.
Jahan, what are you?
Mike 5-4. Man, I got you.
Draw play, Cousins to Cook. Call it a loss of 12 that time, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. The first down play, to be frank, nothing short of awful, and now they have to deal with 2nd and very long. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Frank Clark able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Here's one of 2 Colquitts punting at our game here. And from their own end zone, it's a fake. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From midfield, here's Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Williams. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. He was brought down by Eric Wilson.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Mahomes. It's Hill, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 16. They'll run on 1st down. Williams. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 2nd down. Mahomes. Robinson's got it. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 11 yards for number 11.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Williams. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
The Vikings take over first and 10. Their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Back to it after the pick 6. Cousin. And Diggs has it. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 17 yards, first down, Vikings.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch it.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there, first down Vikings.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
So now first and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line. They run on first down as they get about 3. Second and 7 forthcoming. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the slant.
On second and 7, Cousins. Looking sideline, incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and it's third down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first. And look at this, another fake. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool him. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. They begin the drive with Williams. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on second down. And That'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up third down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
What's the run? They're running it.
Cousins now. And he's going to go down in the end zone. Cousins taken down for the safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine? A college crowd right now, imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
On first down, it's Williams. They find some open field here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The tight end Kelsey was the intended target, and it'll bring up third down.
And 8 yards to go.
Yellow. That's a line. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
Now Mahomes. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. The head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And incomplete. Dalvin Cook is running back, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Again, it's Williams. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did.